Alright everybody, today we are going to be talking about Luis Diaz. And what the hell bro, why are we talking about Luis Diaz? First of all, Barcelona are scouting for multiple left wingers. We have talked about Xavi Simons, Nico Williams, Dani Olmo, etc. Luis Diaz is just a brand new name that has embraced the media, and Fernando Polo and Ferran Martinez have explained this. Luis Diaz is a winger that Barcelona strongly likes. In fact, he's a player that the club could even try for this summer if they get back to the 1-1 rule, which means that they have to agree on deals regarding Nike, exits, etc. So if you guys do not know, Barcelona are aiming to get into the 1-1 rule. Most likely, La Liga is going to be responding within the first week of June, so in about 3 weeks. Barcelona have already submitted their forms about a week and a half ago. They have sent them to La Liga, and those forms are going to be about how Barcelona got the approval with the Nike deal, how they're going to be injected 100 million euros for this summer, who are they going to be expecting to sell. Those are the type of details Barcelona have sent to La Liga, and the only thing that La Liga have to do is say, okay, I approve this is fine, you guys are going to go back to the 1-1 rule. And if you guys do not know what the 1-1 rule is basically when you sell a player, you can use those funds to get another player back. Just for context, Barcelona used to be in a position where they had to sell 2 or 3 players to achieve just one. Javier Tebas has really been restricting Barcelona to its maximum, and the way that we were able to compensate for those loss of players just to bring in one was by bringing in La Masia players. But now in the future, and hopefully Barcelona do not have to do that. For example, if Barcelona sell Frankie de Jong for 90 million euros, they can use those 90 million euros to buy someone like Nico Williams, who is going to be costing 50 million euros. Barcelona will be having a remaining of 40 million euros after that and can use those 40 million euros to buy another player. So keep in mind, Nico Williams is the first choice. When we talk about Luis Diaz from Liverpool, right, the Colombian left winger, he is going to be seen as a third choice. Sport have also claimed Barcelona have the formal okay of Nico Williams. There is a lot of optimism for the deal to happen, and the operation is on track. And so trust me when I say this is going to be the pecking order on who they're going to be looking for to reinforce the left wing position. It's going to be Nico Williams. If not Nico Williams, it will be Xavi Simons, and if it's not going to be Xavi Simons, it will be Luis Diaz. This is completely normal because Barcelona have done this before for the right wing position in the last summer. They said, okay, let's try and renew Dembele, and if not, let's bring in Messi. If we can't bring in Messi, let's bring in Bernardo Silva. So now let's talk about Luis Diaz. He is a 27-year-old Colombian left winger that does represent Liverpool. He went from Junior FC to FC Porto back in the summer of 2019, and he went from FC Porto to Liverpool on January 2022. So by now, he has been at Liverpool for about 2.5 years. Luis Diaz has always been a key player for Jurgen Klopp's project at Liverpool. In his first 6 months during the 2021-2022 season, he played 26 matches, scored 6 goals, and provided 4 assists. Not bad. Going on to the next season though, which was the 2022-2023 season, he played only 21 games and scored 5 goals and provided 2 assists. The reason why Luis Diaz did not play a lot of games was because he went through a massive knee injury, a really big one. It took him out for 31 games, and he was out from October 2022 to April 2023. You better bet that Jurgen Klopp was so stressed out because he was seeing Luis Diaz as a key player for his project at that time. And then going on to the next season, which is the season that we are in today, he was injury free, thank God, and he played a total of 50 games so far for Liverpool and has 13 goals and 5 assists. Again, not bad. He is seen as a big game player because he has scored against Arsenal this season. Liverpool won 2-0 on January 7th, 2024. He made a goal and provided an assist against Chelsea, where Liverpool won 4-1 on January 31st, 2024. He scored a goal against Manchester United, where Liverpool tied 2-2 on April 7th, 2024. So Luis Diaz is very much well known for his massive displays and able to come up against one of the big 6 teams in the Premier League. His current market value is 75 million euros. His wages at Liverpool is 2.8 million euros, and I'm assuming that the agent is going to be asking for triple the salary, whether it's coming through Liverpool or whether it's going to be coming to FC Barcelona. For sure, if Liverpool do have to sell Luis Diaz, it's going to have to be about a contract issue because the agent is going to be demanding a lot. He's 2.5 years into his new contract with Liverpool. Of course, they might ask for 9 million euros, and maybe that could be a way for Liverpool to say, okay, Luis Diaz, thank you for everything. We're also not going to be able to agree with the contract terms that your agent is demanding. We're going to have to let you go, and we're going to have to continue to bet on Darwin Nunez, Salah, and other players. So when I do speak about someone like Luis Diaz, it really does remind me of Rafinha, because right now Luis Diaz is in his prime. He's 27 years old. Like, we're not trying to bring a player that is 21, 22 years old and try to build him up from there. No, he's 27. He just turned 27 and he's in his prime. But he has shown multiple times in the Premier League that he can perform under pressure. There's a big track record that he does does have. He plays with high intensity, and you just feel like, right, this player has been waiting his whole life to be in a moment like this, very similar to Rafinha. Rafinha built up his career to get to Barcelona. These players are not players that were handed the opportunity to play at Real Madrid or Barcelona or City at the age of 20 years old or 21 years old. No, they had to build their way to this moment, and that is why Luis Diaz is seen as somebody very similar of Rafinha. And here is where it does get very interesting. One of the other reasons why Luis Diaz could leave Liverpool is because Jurgen Klopp is leaving this summer. Jurgen Klopp will not be coaching Liverpool after this season, and the reason why Luis Diaz is even here at Liverpool is because of Jurgen Klopp. And so once Klopp walks away, could we see Luis Diaz also walk away? There's so many reasons why he could leave. It could be because of the contract issues, the wages, and because Jurgen Klopp is also going to be leaving. I do not know how Arne Slot is going to be viewing Luis Diaz at Liverpool. That is going to be the new coach for Liverpool for the next season. He is somebody that previously did coach Feyenoord, and you can just get a sense that Liverpool are going to be restarting their project starting this summer. Many players will be leaving and many players will be arriving. And so regarding his playing style, I do have some worries. I'm not going to lie, because I do see this player much more of a player that can function within a 4-2-3-1 system, and him playing as a left midfielder or left winger. I don't necessarily see him as a left winger that can play in a 4-3-3 or in a 2-3-5, which is something that Barcelona do use. Luis Diaz has shown that he can play in very deep areas. His best game is when he receives the ball in deep areas and progresses the ball into the final third. His end product is not so great. I mean, like, look, there has been a reason why Klopp continued to use Luis Diaz. He has been starting in almost every game and has been one of the most consistent players for Jurgen Klopp in terms of minutes. So there is something that Klopp likes from this player that many of us just do not see. But from a face value point of view, I do see Luis Diaz as a player that knows how to dribble. He's a 1v1 monster, but his final product, right, his ability to score a lot of goals is just not there. I remember looking at his performance against Man City a couple of weeks ago. He missed so many chances within a span of 5 minutes. I'm like, dude, you could have placed Liverpool on a 2 or 3-0 lead against Man City. Liverpool has been a team that has basically displayed that they can create a lot of chances, dominate possession, and put their front three into positions where they can score a lot of goals. Luis Diaz has not been able to take advantage of that. His numbers are still good. It's just that it could have been exploited much more. And so if Diaz does arrive, I do expect his playing style at Barcelona to translate. From Liverpool to Barcelona is going to be the exact same thing. He's going to be dropping deep. He's going to be able to progress play through his runs on the ball. Barcelona will be gaining a huge advantage in terms of counterattack when Barcelona do win the ball from the opponent when they are in our defensive third. Barcelona can use Luis Diaz as a decoy, very similar to how Real Madrid used Vinicius, by distributing a lot of long balls to our left winger extremely fast. That can be distributed by Kubarsi, Araujo, or Koundé, you name it. The only thing that he does have to work on, though, it is his finishing and his end product, something that I see could annoy many Barcelona fans. And so, like I've said, he's a third option, maybe even fourth option. Right now, it is Nico Williams as the first one, Xavi Simons as the second. If we sign Nico Williams and Xavi Simons both, forget about Luis Diaz. And so that is all I do have to say for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.